Alright, Butch Hartman. He's a bit of a wuss like Hartman. This defense mode switch in attack mode end. The name of the video is how Butch Hartman, no, what ruined Butch Hartman and Legacy Destroyed by Pride by SaberSpark. So yeah, it's basically a video, pretty much a documentary, pretty much, of Butch Hartman. His fall from grace, what made him popular, what made him beloved, and then what made him hated eventually, and all that good stuff. So basically, the beginning of the video starts off with the beginning of his career when he started off with My Little Pony, and started off the 1980s My Little Pony, by the way, because I know there's 1,000 versions of just like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and shit, every other fucking cartoon. But anyway, so My Little Pony, and then he eventually went into Hanna-Barbera. Hanna-Barbera was popular. Hanna-Barbera basically created most of our favorite cartoons of Cartoon Network growing up, like Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, you know, Courage Carry Dog, etc., etc. Alright, we're gonna try a second time to not get whooped by Jack Ellis like we did the first two times. I'm gonna summon Mother Grizzly and be done. Should have put him in attack mode actually. I forgot there's not Umi. There's the Umiruka, which is a lot better. Not a lot better, not better than my Legendary Ocean, but basically it gives me a lot more attack. So to some people that's gonna be better. Now I'm gonna summon Starboy because he also gives a 500 attack boost. So it pretty much makes all my water monsters have 1,000 attack up in this place. Forgot about freaking Swords of Gay Light. Anyway. Stupid little Golem is gonna go destroy my monster, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to go fuck yourself, son. Because I'm gonna change your battle position. And you have 0 defense, so makes you useless. And just activate it, why not? Just in case I get in a bad situation. I summon Unshaven Angler and attack me. But anyway, so the video starts off with that, then eventually goes into Danny Phantom, which is, you know, cult classic. I already saw it come. Destroyed him, Unshaven Angler, bastard. Alright, already, come on. There's only been the main phase 1. All monsters on both sides of the field that have been involved in down damage destroyed during the end phase step of the turn. After the struggle, activate. See what he does. Activate Mother Grizzly's special ability. It is, what the hell am I gonna summon? Who's useful? Let me hopefully get a little high level strong monster by the end of this shit. That's what I'm hoping for. After the struggle is kind of useless actually. How do I have that card? Well, my gamble paid off. First, I'm gonna flip summon Penguin Soldier. So your stupid monster go right back in his hand. I'm gonna put Penguin Soldier right back in my hand as well, son. I don't have a Legendary Ocean, but still useful. Always attack with the weaker monster first, ladies and gentlemen, just in case he has a card that's freaking do something. Yep. In this case, it didn't really matter. Mirror Force is completely destroyed. Yeah. And this is why I have Water Hazard on the field, guys. Card. Yeah. He's fine the way he is. Anyway, Butch Hartman is, yeah, I know I've been distracted with the door to talk about Butch Hartman. Basically, the eventually goes in the part where he gets saved by the church. I guess the church near him. His wife got saved, he got saved, the 62-year-old mother got saved. And he eventually becomes a real religious guy. Now he claimed, I agree with SaberSpark in the video that he said he claims that He tried putting his religious ideologies, a little bit of it, sprinkled it into his shows like Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom. And I agree with him. I agree with SaberSpark. I don't see that at all. There's no kind of religious any freaking thing in his Fairly Odd Parents or Danny Phantom. If anything, Danny Phantom is about ghosts and shit, and isn't ghosts related to demons and stuff. So if anything, is like against that shit, against religion. Okay. Speed is up. Game boy. Oh, you just did me a favor. Did me a huge favor, son. Oh, another one, but I ain't gonna sacrifice either. And for the first time in this duel, I get the attack you directly. Eventually, the whole main thing of the video is the whole Aces thing. He tries going into this thing about how he created this foundation that pretty much helps, you know, starving people, and I think starving people around the world and stuff. It's a foundation pretty much. And he tries to use the whole his wife pretty much saying like, oh, when we deliver the food to them, we don't use gloves, we use our hands to show we're not afraid of them or something. And he tries using that as a way to slight them by saying, oh yeah, like, yeah, not being sanitized and using your actual hands is, if anything, is, you know, he's trying to say like they have this more superiority thing since they're religious, which some religious people do, especially the Jews. But Christians have that. A lot of Christians have that too. So I can't just blame the Jews. A lot of Christians act like that too, where they feel like they're like more morally superior to you. And so he tries to use the excuse about the whole them not using gloves thing, which I don't really agree with, because like the whole sanitation shit, only freaking like people in like developed countries like America and shit, only people like us give a fuck about sanitation and shit. People in these starving ass countries that are fucking poor as hell and living in these bad, destroyed, shitty, broken down houses and stuff and everything, they don't give a shit about sanitation. If anything, I do agree with Julian Hartman that I do agree with Julian Hartman that using your hands instead of using gloves shows them that like, hey, I'm one of you, and I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of getting, you know, your germs or whatever the fuck. So I actually agree with Julian Hartman by when she said that and says they do that. He tries to SaberSpark to use it like as a slight against them, that like trying to be moral superior or something. But nah, I agree with him. I agree with them 100% with that. Things like sanitation, people in those countries don't give a fuck about that. Matter of fact, people in starving countries don't give a shit about. They don't have no lactose intolerance. That's a privileged American developed country bullshit. Still can't summon them. Shit. Now that I have a legendary summon, I'm winning right now. But the fact that I can't summon another freaking low level strong enough monster is freaking dead. It's giving him a chance to make a comeback. Pretty much. I need to get another card of it. Yeah. So then another thing you just fight against them is the fact that they're trying to use religion as the whole Oasis thing. You're trying to use religion as like a thing to try to use the Oasis thing as an excuse to have his religion. Hold on. I think I should just activate. Yeah, I think I should just activate it. Because that way we don't have to sacrifice one monster. Shut. They already summoned though. But here's what I can do. He can attack you directly. There you go. Now I'm being up there. Probably unnecessary for him to use his effect, but why not? But anyway, he tries to use the Oasis thing as like an excuse to make Christian shows for Christian kids and all this stuff, and like I obviously don't see anything wrong with that. What I do agree with him on is the whole depression thing. Like they say, oh, depression didn't exist when we were kids. That's like a new age phenomenon thing, which is I agree with him that shit wasn't really reported on as much back then than it is now. And it may seem like people your age and your generation weren't depressed, but they probably were. It just wasn't diagnosed, wasn't as common. Ah, you motherfucker. He's gonna use the summon. Okay, about to say. You little fuck. Well, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, screw this. I'm activating in a second. What? Screw. There's those in the bag, son. Your mind, jackass. Yeah, they keep talking about the pressure. I think even they talk about Tara Strong with like the original voice actor for Timmy Turner, and he made a joke about how she was talking with the newer voice actors. So he was talking to the newer voice actor on Timmy Turner on one of his podcasts, and he made a joke of the fact that her being a voice actor with Timmy Turner led to the suicide of the original voice actor Tara Strong, which that was tasteless. Like, you can tell that he really doesn't give a shit about people that are depressed, and he says that people that are depressed are very selfish. People depressed are very selfish, or introverted people are selfish, or something like that, which is just ridiculous. Yeah, which is ridiculous. Yeah, he's clearly someone who's, I guess because he's probably someone who's never been depressed his whole life, so he doesn't understand it. He doesn't want to understand it, pretty much. Anyway, this door's up. Actually, one guys. Okay. Yeah, so basically, he's someone that he's one of those people that he can't see from the other people's point of views, other people's sides, or whatever. He believes what he believes, and if you can't see your side of it, then he thinks that you're just being, he has an opinion on it, and that's basically it. So yeah, I agree that he's freaking out of touch with that shit. Not just out of touch, but just flat out, the fact that he made fun of that original voice actor Timmy Turner saying that shows that he really doesn't have any empathy at all. It really just shows he has no empathy at all. And you mean I lost? That was a long door. That took forever to beat him. Jesus. What's card is this? Gift card. Your opponent gains 3,000 life points. Shit. No wonder that card's on the ground. The card sucks. May I help you? And then basically he joined his religion called the 7 Mandates or something like that. I think it's called the 7 Mandates. Hold on. You look it up. 7 Mandates. Seven Mandates Christian. Yeah, I think it's called the 7 Pillars of Influence, I believe. The seven Mountain Mandate. I think that's what it's called. The 7 Mountain Mandate. It's just like this group of. It's basically this group, the Christian group, where they believe that if they controlled government, Christians controlled government and politics and schools. It was pretty much if they controlled everything. And they controlled all influence of mankind or whatever, that they would that the world would be a lot better place. Which I only don't agree with, is because human beings can't handle power. And whenever you have human beings in power, no matter who is in charge, things are going to go bad, no matter what. So the whole evangelic Christian thing about the 7 Mountains Mandate or whatever, 7 Mountain Mandate, it would fail just like every other freaking form of human beings controlling other human beings and having power fails. So I know that's the thing he's into, and it probably gives him a reason and hope to live, but it's not a way to go about things, because it never fucking works. You put human beings, you give them power. Doesn't matter if it's socialism, if it's communism, if it's freaking the free market like what we have now, which is the best, at least the best thing to have for us as human beings. It's always going to fail, because human beings plus power equals fate. It's always going to end up bad, no matter what. Even having a free country like we do, look how bad it's turning out right now. They can't handle power. That includes me, that includes you who's watching this video, that includes everybody. Can't handle power at all. So yeah, the whole Salmon Mandate's religion, him trying to use the Oasis app, which ended up becoming a huge disaster because basically it's like it's a GoFundMe or is it GoFundMe? It's like one of those sites that they use to freaking fund pretty much to go fund them with money, and then it never comes out. How many times have we heard those stories? We just heard it with Akon in his situation. His freaking trying to create Oganda from freaking the Black Panther, Oganda, whatever. Trying to create a real life version of that. And how well is that turning out? It ain't. What does this card do? For each face up fairy monster in the field, Pepper begins 1,000. Her deck sucks. I remember her deck sucked. Just attack it directly. This duel shouldn't last long. Basically, the Oasis app was a big failure, and that there's actually rumors that it was like a whole con to basically con people out of their money, and that it was supposed to be. And he created this show. He created some like weird Christian show that's like for kids to learn about, God and all this stuff, and that stuff only works if it's good. Does it have to be a face-up monster? Yeah. Destroy one face-up monster. Yeah, can't use it. He put all eggs in the one basket on this Christian show he created. Christian show for kids, which of course is not a bad thing, whatever. But it feels like when he talks about it in his interviews, he says like, "Oh, there's a huge gap in between. There's not enough shows that talk about not enough Christian shows for kids or whatever." It seemed like he's more interested in making a profit over that gap in the market rather than actually like trying to create a Christian show to actually teach kids stuff. Which one could say that anybody who's creating any kind of entertainment content is trying to profit. You can even say that about me with my non-existent subscribers and stuff. And I'm trying to use this as a platform so I could freaking make money and blah 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 blah. You say that about anybody creating content at all. So basically, at the end of the day, he fell from grace because the Oasis project failed. This door is easier than that. So basically, he created a. Oh, there you go. At least that'll make things interesting. Throw storm on some monsters. Bam. I can still special summon Finner though. And there we go. Yeah, but basically he fell from grace because he started running his mouth too much. Not about the Christian thing, but the whole depression thing was kind of outfaded. There's another controversy with him. Like, apparently he's not really the one who created that art style for Fairly Hot Parents. So like when he does when he does like drawings for people and like charges $200 a piece and sells them, his artwork is actually not exactly what they thought it would be because he's not really the original artist for the Danny Phantom or Fairly Hot Parents. It's some other guy, and that's basically why. That's basically why he that's like another controversy in itself. Not a big controversy, but the biggest controversy is Oasis project. And some other app he created before that didn't go well either. Basically, he comes off as a con man. Alright, come on, let's attack. Oh, this isn't good. So anyway, if you have a lot of time to spare, if you're at work and you need something to listen to, watch. I recommend this video. The good thing about Butch Hartman and his fall from grace. Basically, him running his mouth too much, not being empathetic enough. The whole story of him his drawings not being all that prevalent. Like his drawing ability is just average. Is not like to the level you expect a freaking successful freaking artist to actually be, who draws for a living. And then the main component of everything is his fact that he created the whole Oasis project, and it seems like he's more interested in making a profit than he is actually teaching kids about shit. And he uses his religion as a moral high ground and thinks he's superior to people, to the point where he has no empathy for people that are depressed and thinks they just selfish. And even if that's true, one argument can be made that people that are depressed, whatever, are like introverted or like selfish and all that stuff. But like still, that's not exactly the way you want to go about trying to treat that. Even if it's true they are selfish or whatever, you don't want to be. If you're trying to cure the depression or making better, you're not gonna look at them and say, "Hey, stop being selfish, quit being depressed, you little bitch." That's not the fucking way to go about it. Everybody knows that. So anyway, this video has been long enough. It's disheartening and it's very sad to see that one of my favorite creators of one of my favorite shows of all time, some of my favorite shows, Danny Phantom and Fidel Prancelone is like two of my favorite cartoons in my entire life. So it's kind of disheartening to know that. It's cool that he's a Christian, but he needs to get out. He needs to get off his own, pull his head out of his ass, stop being such an egomaniac, and stop using his religion to fucking, like the Hartman Foundation he has to freaking help people and all the stuff, and and not using your hands or whatever to feed them, to show them that that you're not afraid of the germs and all that stuff. That's cool and all. That's doing good for the world and your Christian religion or whatever. And even creating a cartoon for it is not bad. It's a good thing too. But the way he seems to try to promote it or whatever just seems like he's like a man just trying to stamp his legacy and make a profit. And I think even Hartman and his wife said at one point they want the legacy to be like, they want to get credit for like being able to like get people in heaven or whatever. Which argument can be said is like, every human being on this planet wants credit for something. So if you're trying to spread the word of religion like the Bible tells you to, and if you try to spread your Christianity and all that stuff and trying to convert people, then of course technically you're supposed to do it just for the sake of trying to save another one's soul, not really to get credit for it. But if you're at the end of the day, if you're in the entertainment field and you want to get credit for something, at least you want credit for turning someone to your religion that you think will save them, compared to just wanting to be remembered for making a random entertainment cartoon show that just made people smile, which some say that should be good enough for you. But if you also want to convert people to religion, I don't see it as a bad thing. I just kind of see it as them trying to maybe I don't know, he's in the 7 mandates thing, so he's trying to clearly do something. He's trying to leave a lasting legacy that thinks to make an impact in the world. I don't really see him as badly as a lot of people see Butch Hartman, but I do see why. Especially with the whole depression thing. Like, that's the main thing that got me like, yeah, bro, you need to get off your high horse a little bit. The whole moral superiority shit. Nobody likes that. And it's disheartening and sad to see. But I'm still a fan of Butch Hartman regardless. I still think despite his faults, he's a legend. Anyway, I recommend the video. This is Attack. Must be back in defense. I'm out. Peace.